Hello, my name is Owen.
My name's Kieran.
And I'm Claire, and we are TY students from Bush Post Primary School. This year, we're taking part in a project called Young Social Innovators, or YSI, as it's more commonly known. So Owen, do you want to explain what YSI is all about?
Yep, so basically, YSI means that we as a group identify a social issue in our lives that we feel needs to be addressed, and we try to come up with an innovative way of tackling that particular social issue.
That's it in a nutshell, I guess. So our class decided that we wanted to look at the issue of consent, and I suppose we decided on this topic because we feel like it needs to be spoken about. Would you agree, lads?
Yeah, there has been quite a few high-profile court cases lately, which has ignited that topic, hasn't there?
Oh yeah, and I think there's a lot of information out there, but unfortunately a lot of misinformation, which is worrying.
Yeah, I'd agree with you both there. So Owen, what does the word consent actually mean?
Well, basically, consent means granting permission or agreeing to do something prior to doing it. So, for example, before you can take part in a school trip, your parent must give consent to the school before you can attend. This is often a written form.
Well, I suppose today we specifically want to talk about consent in relation to sex. So let's have a chat about it. So Kieran, what do we mean by consent in relation to sex? What are we talking about here? What does it mean?
Okay, so before two people can engage in sex or any sexual act, permission should be given, and it should be given freely, consciously and enthusiastically.
Wow, that's quite a mouthful, I guess. We need to break that down. Why don't we try and look at it another way? It's a hard topic to understand. So let's say that having sex or doing anything sexual with another person is like diving into the deep end of a swimming pool. Would that comparison work, do you think?
Okay, that's not a bad comparison to use, Claire. Right, so imagine the scene. You're in a pool, you might be on your own, and let's face it, it's not much crack swimming by yourself. You'd probably want someone to join you in the pool, to explore the deep end with you. Let's admit it, lads. We as teenagers might have been sent or looked at videos and photos of other people swimming.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, that doesn't mean you grab the first person you see walking along the edge of the pool and pull them in and force them to go swimming with you.
Oh God, no. Or let's just say you see a girl.
Or a boy.
Okay, you're right, a girl or a boy. And let's say they're walking or sunbathing by the poolside. And let's say that they're wearing a swimming suit or a bikini. You might be thinking she's planning on going swimming, but just because she's wearing a swimming suit doesn't necessarily mean she wants to go swimming. Lots of girls wear swimming suits and bikinis by the pool, but don't actually get into the pool at all.
Yeah, you're actually right there, Claire. It's just fashion, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just fashion.
And I suppose another way to look at it might be if you see someone dip their toes in the water, maybe they're even paddling in the shallow end. That does not mean they want to jump in the deep end and go swimming with you.
True. Or let's say, for instance, there's a pool party happening. Everyone's hanging out, enjoying the music. Maybe some people have decided to have a few alcoholic drinks. But just because they appear relaxed and enjoying themselves, that does not mean they want to, or even have the conscious awareness to go swimming either. In fact, it's dangerous to go swimming with alcohol or any other illegal substance in your system.
Yeah, a pool party is a good way of looking at it. And even if you're at this party and you've seen someone you like the look of, and she's talking to some older, more experienced swimmers, she might seem to be enjoying the company and laughing and chatting. You might be thinking, she looks like she wants to go swimming based on her behaviour, but does that mean she wants to go swimming with you? Don't presume that.
Yeah, that's all so true. And even if you have convinced a friend to go swimming with you, and you and your friend decide to go into the pool together, hand in hand, she might be saying that she wants to go swimming, but if she's clinging to the safety bar along the edge, and there's a look of fear in her face, then wait. Read body language. Take your friend out of the pool and go have a chat instead. Your friend may not be ready to go swimming yet. And if a person is saying phrases like, not right now, or even if they say, I'm not in the mood, or not tonight, that is a no, and take it as a no.
Yeah, exactly. In each of these scenarios, you really illustrated clearly when consent has not been given, freely, consciously and enthusiastically.
So Kieran, what does consent actually look like? And I suppose more importantly, how do you give consent when it comes to sex?
Well, Claire, I suppose from each of the scenarios you've outlined, what's missing is communication. Communication is really a key point. Consent is all about having an open conversation about whether you want to have sex or not.
So you mean actually saying it directly?
Yeah, directly.
Okay, let's look at an example. Let's use the swimming analogy again. So I might say something like, Claire, I really like you. We get on so well. I'd love to go swimming with you sometime. How do you feel about that? Do you ever think of going swimming with me?
Yeah, that's it. Communicating and asking for consent. And remember that a response should be enthusiastic yes too.
So you're saying it shouldn't be a fearful yes, so that a girl or a boy isn't saying yes because they're afraid to say no.
Exactly. It needs to be voluntary and conscious.
Okay, so the person knows exactly what they're consenting to. So you're saying that they're giving a response consciously and of their own free will.
That's it.
So a response might be something like, I have thought about going swimming with you, and in fact there's no one else I'd rather go swimming with.
Exactly, that response is showing enthusiasm. And also, consent should be continuous and ongoing.
So you mean just because someone gives consent today, that doesn't necessarily mean they want to or should give it tomorrow?
Yeah, both people should feel completely comfortable and ready before they go swimming or whatever we're really talking about here, having sex or engaging in any sexual act. And of course, people, don't forget safety.
Are you talking about contraception?
Yeah, think contraception too. And just a reminder to our listeners that legally, a person should be 17 years of age to be able to consent or to engage in a sexual act. This means that a young person under the age of 17 is not legally old enough to consent to a sexual act, even if they want to. Remember, it is a crime to engage in a sexual act with someone who has not or cannot give consent.
So that's it. Maybe now is a good chance for everyone to start talking about consent.
Alright, let's talk about consent.